a bitch and then you die.
You just never know what's gonna happen. I always blamed it on my short-sightedness because I practically thought that I must have not seen things correctly if I'm still preparing for things but I didn't prepare for what actually came to be. But this is something that I had battled for months and I couldn't find an answer to no matter how much I thought about it. So I decided to turn to reading. I've read a few books here and there, but I've never found the reason for why I overthink things. And I finally came to a book called The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Within reading that first half, I found why I overthink things too much. And if I'm being honest, it's the most simple of explanations that I never even took time to think about. It's the fact that I'm not basing my choices on reality. And I know it sounds dumb, that's generally how I felt reading it, but let me explain at least. Every big event in history that has had the greatest impact on the world today, it's been unexpected. You know, all the wars, world wars, feuds, politics, famine, crashes, everything. Everything financial, everything in terms of harm to people, all the biggest things in the world have been unexpected. I can't speak for you guys, but for me personally, the biggest things in my life and the biggest forms of character development I've faced have come from situations that were unexpected. For example, me going to live in St. Lucia, experiencing life out there, and honestly, me coming back. I only had a month's notice to know that I was coming back to England. Such things as getting snaked by people, I mean, we've all had to deal with that. Something else I'll mention, beating my mental health problems. The fact I was able to do that without pills, substances, things that people tend to end up abusing, really. These are just a few of the things that had the greatest impact on my life. And I didn't know it at the time, and I only really connected the dots after reading the chapter in this book. But the reason it had the greatest impact on my life is because I never saw it coming. I didn't prepare for it. I honestly couldn't prepare for it. And I had to adapt to the situation as it was happening. And it's through those types of things, through that type of adaptability, that's what builds the most character. Now, I'm not saying that doing any form of prep is bad or that preparing is overrated or anything like that. I'm not making that argument. I'm just saying that don't go through all these lengths of preparation and then be upset or be mad or blame yourself if it doesn't work and something crazy happens that you couldn't have prepared for. Don't feel like you wasted your time. Don't feel like you should have seen what happened coming. You gotta remember, anything can happen at any point. If we were able to prepare for everything that came through in life, honestly, we'd have no growth as people, the world wouldn't develop, nothing would progress because we'd be able to counter everything that comes our way. One thing we have to do, whether we like it or not, is embrace challenge and embrace the hard road because adaptability is one of the best assets to have as a human. For example, when I got fired last year, I was off for about 3 months. I wasn't working for 3 months while I was fighting my appeal. And that means I had no income coming in. So I had to spend money because I had to live, I had to pay bills, I had to do all that type of stuff. So I had so much free time to do gym, YouTube, in order to, spend time investing and learning, spend time reading, just bettering myself as a person. But I didn't have income coming in. Going through that struggle of trying to get my job back, going through the struggle of trying to become a better person, stick to a schedule, it was hard. And I learned so many lessons through that 3-month period that I don't think I would have ever learned, even up to this point in my life, if I didn't go through that. I mean, you could just go to my old videos from last year and check. Nowhere in that video you saw, I'm pretty sure I said during those times that I wanted to travel, I wanted to spend time with my friends, I wanted to invest my money. There were so many plans I had. I couldn't prepare for getting fired. I had to switch all of that up. And even to this day, yeah, I invested a little bit of money, but I haven't traveled really. I only went to St. Lucia with my family once. I didn't really get to explore, didn't get to do nothing crazy with my friends. I'm still basically in the same position I was, but I learned so much more. I've learned so much in the last year and it's stuff I couldn't have prepared for. Don't get too caught up trying to prepare for everything that comes in life. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. It's hard because you feel like you have no control over your own life. The ability to adapt to certain situations is the control, in my opinion. But that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care.
I'm not a savior nor a saint. Told 30s and sticks with an open case. I try to behave when I know I can't. So purpose of this is to motivate. What's the ticket? Shit we can negotiate. Take a toke of the law while I